to live.
You haven't...
No.
I've got just...
You're Listen.
All this way and for nothing.
Did you know there's a ruin beneath these very roots? It's called an orrery.
I've done more than hear about it, my dear. I've seen it myself.
Oh, well, this one here is it's broken anyway. Hasn't functioned in centuries.
Welcome to the first day in November. Uneventful. Yeah, I don't do anything in real life. I just do ESO usually. That's why I have so much stuff, you know, in the game. Just collecting all this shit. What are you, what's going on with you? Yeah. Oh, good. That's going to be November 16th, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I looked and I actually have it also, but that's because I was farming Kinra for so long. I have almost the entire set because I was looking for, at first I was looking for a two-handed sword, and then I was looking for a dagger. Well, yeah. Yeah, a lightning will never be better than an inferno. It's only better than an inferno specifically for AoE, but all of the moves that do most of your damage are direct damage. Nobody's area of effect moves and damage over time moves are doing like most of their damage. You know what I'm saying?
This is insanity, Grunwolf. Can't you see that these hollow fangs spout nothing but hollow promises?
Dragons are here, Reynard. The world will end in fire before your fabled Emperor comes. If you won't act, I will.
The Devourer has chosen, old bat. Do not trouble us again.
Alright, say that one more time. I'm just responding to Fasty. The very last thing you said. I would do that. Yeah, I don't think Mother Sorrow is going to be a thing anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, they're just crit capping at 60%, and right now everybody's like slightly above 60 without Mother Sorrow and without Medusa. Like, people are running Bahami, and they're going to run Bahami and Kinra, and you're probably going to stick with Precise on the weapon, and you're still going to be right there, like at 58%. You're going to be right there, 62 or 58%, depending on your character and who's buffing you. So it's kind of like, it's now the crit sets are overkill, unless you have really low CP, like really low and you're really new, and you don't have the crit increase, but it doesn't take a lot of CP for you to get that. So there isn't a lot of people who would benefit from it anymore. It's now considered, it's going to be like a starter set. Yeah, I would sell it. Well, no. Well, you're gonna, if you can't get the Bahami set, you're gonna do Seraria, yeah. That's gonna be the best bet, yeah.
Don't let the gate trouble you. I'll pass through and open it from the other side.
Head or shoulder, depending on which Seraria you acquired. If you have them both, I suppose the shoulder would be ideal for the Slime Claw, because you're going to want it medium, and medium, a shoulder has a higher armor number than a head. Like in a perfect world, but the higher amount of armor that you're going to be getting would only matter in like a PvP scenario. In PvE, nothing will, it'll never stop you from doing anything in PvE, having slightly less armor like that. If you're going to get killed by something, you'll get killed by it, whether you have that slightly higher armor or not. Oh, you know what? That's actually a really good question. I would say Sororiya both bars, so Kinra's staff, and the reason being is Sororiya is giving you 5% increased damage, so why not have that on your back bar while you're loading up your back bar weapon? And Kinra, because you shouldn't be staying on your back bar long enough to not keep Kinra up, you'll kind of like, oh, what's the word? You'll be wearing training wheels if you do Kinra on both bars, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same way with Sororiya, but Sororiya does have that 5% increase, general 5% increased damage and shit. I think so. A better choice, better option. Yes. Yeah, but Mother Sorrow on the body, definitely not the staff. But it doesn't mean a person won't buy it, not knowing that it's not, you know what I mean, it's not really worth it. See, I just had no, I do not. You have to find another guild for that specifically. I am in 3 trading guilds specifically. The game just killed me just now, but it did not show me that I was taking any damage whatsoever. It just immediately clipped me from max health to no health, when it's not supposed to do that. I don't know who's popping these balls. From the rocks that get splashed at you when you're fighting this boss. But, somebody popped the ball, and you're not supposed to pop it before the boss goes immune, because then, you know what I'm saying? Again, happened again. Can't do enough fucking dodge rolls. Maelstrom. You need the staff. No, you need the fire maelstrom staff. One thing that people won't tell you is that the damage over time from fire causes a burn, and every single different burn that you have, including an enchantment, is a separate additional damage over time that you have. You know what I'm saying? Every single one. So, you know what I'm saying? So, having the Maelstrom Inferno Staff apply that burning status on top of like your front bar staff, having a fire enchant applying that burning status, and then if you have any abilities on your character that cast a burning ability of any kind, any flame ability, you'll see these little dots, these little burns that are all the same thing. They look like the same, they have the same symbol, and there'll be like many of them. And those are actually all your different burns, or all the group's different burns that are applied. So sometimes there'll be like 7, 8 of those motherfuckers on the same enemy, like making the thing huge with how many different things are on the bar, you know what I'm saying?
Glad those gates didn't keep you long. Though from the sound of things, you had great
Right. Right, even the light attack. Yeah, so like light attack, wall, and then you switch to the other staff, and then the wall, the light attack, and the front flame, and the front staff light attack are all applying burn. That's why you have to have both staffs fire. Nobody says that when you're watching the DPS videos that they do. Nobody actually tells you that that's the reason why they're doing that. They keep that shit a secret. Or maybe it's maybe they don't even realize it. Maybe they just see that they're getting higher damage and they don't know the exact reason. But that's why fire is better than lightning, because lightning simply just doesn't add the burn effect. So it's almost like the bleed effect on the axe that there used to be that they took out of the game. The reason why the axe was so fucking good is because of its bleed effect that it used to have. A Magnite Blade? My Magnite Blade does 90k, but in a dungeon? Oh. A Magic Dragonite I don't have yet. But every character in this game, the lowest it will ever do in DPS, the absolute lowest is 90k, if you're doing it right. I'm 100% sure of that. Some of them boast that they can go higher than that, but I find it rather difficult to get into the hundreds like some people are claiming that they can do. Max crafting? It's supposed to be 50. Why would it be 6? It started out 50 when the game first came out. How could it... Are you talking about Undaunted? I don't... no, I don't remember 6 on crafting. That's really low. Yeah, the crafting is going to take a lot of skill points, and there's going to be enough skill points if you've, like, done everything in the, you know, not everything, but you've done a lot of shit in the game to get your skill points. There's going to be enough for you to do on any character. However, it's kind of inconvenient how many skill points is required if you're going to be doing woodworking, blacksmithing, jewel crafting, and the other one. However, here's another thing you gotta think about. Maybe you're not gonna be crafting for people. Maybe your purpose of doing crafting is only to make it cost less legendary materials. And in that case, each of the crafting sections are only gonna require 3 points in each one. So it's really gonna only require 12 points, skill points, which is not hard to get extra. So you could theoretically put it on any character you want, and it shouldn't be a problem, you know what I'm saying? No, it was always 50 since the game came out. Since the game's launch. I even played the launch on PC. Why would it... Yeah, no, and where'd you get the number 6 from? How could anything be level 6? That happens in like 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Oh, also, how did that jewel crafting work out? With those... Oh, okay. Absolutely, okay. Yeah, I just want to know where you're at after you use those. It cost me 50,000 gold to get that, by the way. No. No, it's free in this guild, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it as a donation. Which means I had to buy it, but that's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The other stuff, I have the materials, like the woodworking and the blacksmithing and the clothing. I have infinite material, infinite. It's just the jewel crafting thing. You don't get as many as the others, and nobody gave them to me because some of the stuff I have is before jewel crafting even existed for the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now the top race for DPS is actually Dark Elf. It is. No, they changed it. It's now Dark Elf. Dark Elf now gets max stat and spell power and weapon damage. So they get stamina, magic, and spell power and spell damage. And it's beating out on the dummy, even the Khajiit now. Of course, but here's the thing. I don't want you to think that that matters that much either. It could be a fucking Nord, and you can still hit 90k on the dummy. There's no such thing as the wrong race with the class and the build. It's just that you'll have to be a little bit closer towards optimized in how you control the character, what abilities you use, and what gear you're wearing. Like if you're a tank and you're not one of the tanky races, you'd have to work harder to be a better tank. And there may be content later that you may or may not ever get into that you simply can't do, like Godslayer, for example. If every person in there isn't the correct race, and every person in there isn't not in the correct coinciding gear to give the correct buffs and debuffs and resistances and all that shit, if everything isn't exactly... This is a chest. If everything isn't exactly the same... Oh, there it is, chest. If everything isn't exactly right, that Godslayer thing is fucking impossible, because it's no death speedrun hard mode in VSS, which is Veteran Sunfire. And there's other places that do that too, like Rock Grove and that other trial, and they will require that. But other than that, everything else in the game is doable. Everything. But those things, like, only a couple of dozen people have them on PlayStation. That's how fucking hard they are. Maybe there's 60 people at the most that have Hand of Alkosh, which is this tiger mount that's made of ice on its body, but its face and like paws are flame, just like the veteran skin. When you do Veteran Sunfire, you get that skin that's like ice but also flame at the same time. There's a mount that looks like that, and nobody has that mount. So if you see someone on that mount that I'm talking about, that's one of the best players in the entire game. Better than anyone that I know. I don't know anyone, not one person. I don't know anyone who has ever gotten that. Not even one. And the people that have that, they won't speak to me. They just don't even speak to anybody. They don't waste any time doing anything other than what they need to do in order to get to where they got, in order to get that. They're like machines, you know, they're like the fucking Terminator. There's no time to waste on anything. Everything has to be getting something they need, learning something they need to learn, doing something they need to do, researching. It's almost like taking the game to a level of work. As a matter of fact, if you had that mount, you can definitely be famous and make money on YouTube just by having that. You wouldn't even have to post how you got it and the video of getting it. Just having it makes you fucking famous and famous. Yeah, well, the Nightblade doesn't hit the hardest on the dummy, but then in combat, the Nightblade, the Magic Nightblade, is just so incredibly fucking strong compared to not. It's fucking out of this world. Well, getting skill points is kind of a part of the game. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna fucking survive it. I do. What other stuff? Fly it from where? I just said I have infinite. It's only the jewel crafting that it must cost me money. I have infinite. Woodworking, clothing, and blacksmithing. I have infinite material. And the materials very, 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 very cheap. Very cheap. It's only jewel crafting that costs money in this game. That's why I can't even make people fucking blue jewelry. Because just to turn the jewelry blue is too fucking expensive. But the other stuff, I can make everyone purple for free. Forever. Infinitely. And that's not something I actually usually do for people, just so you know. That's not a part of the free nightmare thing. You're supposed to, hello. What you're supposed to do yourself is you're supposed to deconstruct everything you find. Yeah. I was just told recently how you get the jewel crafting up quickly, because I was unaware that somebody could craft and give it to you, you know what I'm saying? Who's that just came in the chat? I don't recognize you by voice. My apology.
It's all good.
Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing?
I know. I've just been chilling, man. What you guys up to?
He's just talking to me about his characters, about making one of them a crafter. I'm just doing a daily random that took a hot minute to pop.
Dang. Yeah, I had y'all had crafting that skill yesterday on my sword. Now my sword is doing 30 plus, 30k plus damage on the dummy.
The 3 mil.
No, not 3 mil.
The 21 mil?
No, it's 300.
Oh, the 300,000 one. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll tell you when you switch gear and you switch champion points, it'll tell you what's better, because it's such a short fight, it's easy to produce the same exact rotation compared to the other dummies and stuff. So it's a good dummy to not like waste your time while you're testing, but it won't give you the actual number, the realistic number that people want in order to bring it into trials and stuff. That's the 21 mil you're going to end up using for that. But it always takes like 3-4 minutes to do that 21 mil, and that's if you're doing it good. So it's like 3-4 minutes at a clip. My shoulder was actually hurting me trying to get this sorc to get 90k. It took me like a day and like fucking 8 hours of trying to figure it out, how to actually get that shit to work. Yeah, I got it now. So now I have a 6th character that's 90k or higher.
Well, it was like, it really hit 90k or?
The character hits 90k on the dummy, yeah. On the sorc, max sorc. All my characters are 96, 95, 94, 90, 90, 90. Those are the numbers.
Yeah.
And then I have 3 more, and then I have what I call the 9. Once I finish those 3, I'll have 990k plus. The 990k plus.
Good.
You know, it's like a thing. The 9 divine. I don't know. Just looking for a catchphrase for it. You know what I mean?
Alright.
I mean, I have all the characters leveled up. So it's not like I didn't already have them. Each one of those characters that I have, I played them all for like 6 months to a year every day, like 16 hours a day, but none of them were actually used to train to actually hit that hard. I just thought I was good at the game years ago. I didn't know what, what dummy testing meant and all that stuff. Because you can actually be good at DPS and not touch the dummy. We got a couple of people in the guild that do incredible DPS, but they have no idea what they do on the dummy. They have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I'm
You're all that much.
yeah.
Like Puma, for example, Puma Vegas. That person does insane damage in combat when you're with him in the dungeon, but he doesn't ever test on the dummy. It's just not his thing. So it is possible to bypass that, but you finding a trial group to do that, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna let you go in there and not test you. That's difficult. That's tough. Earlier in the year, I put together a veteran Mob law course group, and it took us from January until May to actually get it complete. And nobody did dummy testing on it. That's a 12-man trial that gets you this black skin with blue glowing marks. Very coveted skin in the game. It's known as like one of the best skins of all time. Okay, you picked it, so you just let me know where it took you. I'm gonna help you with the other ones too, but you're the only person I'm gonna help with this, just so you know. And it's only because I don't want you to get too discouraged about it, and it becomes like a fucking job in the game that you have to do. Like, you gotta put everything in the bank, and then you have to take breaks to go deconstruct everything because you ran out of room in the bank, and it becomes like a fucking job, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to have to go through that per se, but it's definitely not any fun to craft gear, and making everything at once is easy because you can just say create maximum amount, but then mailing it to you, I gotta fill up 6 slots, send it, fill up 6 slots, send it, fill up 6 slots, send it. My eyes start going fucking sideways like that dude from fucking Mr. Deeds and shit. That like the pizza with gummy worms on it. Steve Buscemi. His eyes are like going in different directions. Yeah, and you can deconstruct it all at once too. Just click on everything, ding, 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 and then just say deconstruct all by holding the square and see what it levels you up to. Oh, if you have a scroll, use it before that, and also blow that whistle from the Halloween event before you do that. I was told that actually does help with inspiration. Oh, another thing, fuck, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Fuck. Listen, in your champion tree, I don't know if you have it, there's something called Inspiration Boost. It takes 45 points. It's right below her breast. It gives you 10% per stage. So 30% more experience when you're trying to level that stuff up. You need to go into your champion tree. It's in the green tree, and it's right below her breast. It's right in the center, right above her belly button. Okay, make sure you have that. You can always pick it out afterwards. I know it costs 3,000 to switch it, 3,000 to switch it back. I'll give you that gold. Don't worry about that. But definitely put that in there. That's going to be a huge, huge, huge difference. And then use the scroll, if you have a scroll, and then mix the scroll with the other thing. I forgot about the inspiration thing. That's new. That came out in June. Or no, before June, like May. I usually throw all my skulls in the bank so I can yank them out on whatever tune I'm on. I would use it though, I would do that, and it's going to help for your other thing too. Now, if this is not a character you play and it's just going to be your crafter and you put those scrolls on, just until the next time you receive your items, log off, and that timer won't go down on that stuff. Yes, they do tell you that in the fucking loading screen. It's true. They're so wise. They're so wise beyond their infant years at ESO headquarters. Grab it from where though? You said you'll grab some gear to deconstruct? Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah. Do it. Right, well, yeah, do everything. It's taking up space anyway. That one character's going to do all crafting and to bring it to level 50 so you can upgrade your stuff. Because you can throw it in the bank and then go on that character, and then without taking it out the bank, you can upgrade it, you know? Drunk to bursting. Yeah. I have two. One of them is that hybrid that does 95k on the dummy, that uses the 200 sword and the maelstrom perfecting the chronostaff, and the other one is it's my only male character. It's a tank, but it's like a joke character. It sucks ass. It's not one of the 9. It's the 10th character. It's like me in the game, you know? Ouch. It looks like Nathan Lane from The Birdcage. You ever seen that movie? It's Nathan Lane and Robin Williams are like a gay couple, and they run like a cabaret. Nathan Lane's in the show in the cabaret. But he's such a good fucking actor in that movie. It's so great. He has to pretend that he's his wife because he can't act straight to meet Robin Williams' daughter's family or son's family or something like that. So they try to train him to act straight, but he simply can't do it. So they're like, we're better off just letting him play, pretend he's a woman. Oh shit, it's such a good movie. Like a Gene Hackman is all like liking her and shit. He thinks she's like a great woman. Yeah, that movie's great. That's where the song is best known. We are a family. That's just at the end of the movie they had that song. And they had to sneak out Gene Hackman because he was like a senator or something like that. So they had to sneak him out of the cabaret. And so they actually dressed him up as a woman at the end so nobody would recognize him. But he's like very conservative politician. He doesn't not into the gays. Great movie. Uh-oh. Ow. That's a quick strike if I ever saw. I just got killed by the boss's quick strike. Yay.
Must endure. I failed you, old friend. You deserved a better death.
No kind words for me, Reynald.
Still your tongue, Worm. Your death is the one good thing to come of this.
My God, knowing the war for freedom only brought you ruin.
Void take you.
Oh my fucking god, I got the fucking style page! I got the fucking 825,000 gold piece style page. I can't fucking believe it. Of course I'm gonna fucking sell it. Yeah, you fucking mind? I'm not using that shit. 800. I could sell it for 825,000, almost guaranteed. I have to double check though, but it's gonna be something around there. Even if it's less than that, it's gonna be something high and around there like that. I've been trying to get it, and I got this dungeon randomly, and this we don't have the hard mode done on any character. I don't, so I can't get the double the chance of getting it, which is like 1 to 2%. Bullshit. But I've been in here several times and I did not get it, and I just fucking got it. It's so fucking unbelievably lucky. You know what's funny? Is before we were about to kill the boss, I just thought to myself in my head, because I was gonna say I was gonna say out loud, I hope I get the style page, right? But then I stopped myself and I said, don't fucking say that out loud. Don't say anything. And then, before I saw the loot that I got, I typed to everybody, thank you for the carry, you know what I mean? And I said, does anybody need any loot? And I started linking loot before I saw what I had, as if I didn't care if I got it. And sure enough, it fucking showed up on the fucking list, and I fucking got it. I anti-Murphy'd Murphy just now. You know Murphy's Law. Fuck, man, that's fucking amazing. That's absolutely fucking amazing. I gotta hop on all my characters and grab my 50 trans shard that I got. Oh man, I better be careful. I almost clicked it. And they will not give it back to you if you fucking click it and learn it on accident. Straight from the final boss. On normal, you have a same chance as winning the Powerball. On Vet, you've got a 1% chance, if I had to guess. And then on Vet hard mode, but only if you have the achievement. Not having to do the hard mode every time. Just one time to get the achievement, it's 2% instead of 1%. And I rarely get them. Rarely. And I just spent a lot of money on this character recently. Like 1.1 million or something like that. So this is kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. What is it? This is a yellow. I'll link it in the guild chat.
Actually, this rose.
Now here's.
Okay, my guild trader doesn't have it. The second guild trader doesn't have it. The third guild trader doesn't have it. It lets you have the style for the helmet from that particular boss's helmet. So if you're not using the monster set, you can still look like Grunwolf. That place doesn't have it. That place doesn't have it. That place. None of the traders in Gratwood even have one of them. Not one.
Everything appears to be in order.
I'm going to check in Deshawn right now, in Mournhold, real quick. See, now if nobody has it, and I'm the only one that got it, I could sell it for over $1 million. I could probably put it up for $1 million. 1.1 million. That's how rare it is, and that's how some of these people that have like hundreds and hundreds of millions of gold, they don't give a fuck. They want that style page, and they'll buy it, and they don't give a fuck how much it costs. Sure, they'll look for the cheapest one, though. That's why you're kind of forced to sell it cheaper. As cheap as the cheapest person, in my opinion. Or if you really want to sell it quickly, sell it for like 100k less than the cheapest one.
Greetings.
Probably. Chest pieces are always worth a lot. Even the Jamora one, which is the cheapest style out there, the chest piece is like 40k, 30k. And yeah, the Jamora chest piece is actually worth. Alright, it looks like they don't have it in this town either. You know what? I'm still gonna check Wayrest because that's the other major city in Mournholmes, right? Yes. So if nobody's got it, I might throw this up for 1.1 million. I might get all my money back I just spent on that fucking character. And I'm paying the guild that I'm in a ton of that money, like a huge amount, and you can sell this stuff in zone chat for so much fucking money. I might just sell it in zone chat. Fuck it. I might just say want to sell 1 million. No, none of those are worth anything at all. If you go look that, you can go look at it yourself. No, none of those are worth anything at all. There's just too many of them. The quantity that came from the players and the plunder skulls, it's like they're in the hundreds right now. Literally, it's only like 850 or 500 or 400 people that just want to get them out of their fucking inventory. It's fucking crazy. Any of the yellow ones, yeah. Yeah, the one that's actually still worth money, though, is the Sugar Skulls. That doesn't drop below 59 or 60k usually. Alright, they also don't have this in any of the traders here. So I'm going to try to sell this in zone. Want to sell.
What up, bro?
1 mil.
Yeah.
You know what the problem with me also selling it in a zone is? All I have to do is accidentally click the wrong fucking button, dude, and I fucking learn it on accident. Can you imagine how fucking terrible that would be if I'm trying to sell it in zone and I click the X on it instead of the triangle? I gotta move real slow with my button clicking right now. This is fucking... I have made that mistake so many times. Like, I'll open plunder skulls over and over, and there'll still be 5 plunder skulls left, and all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, the game will put the fucking cursor on the fucking goddamn style page.
Within the tree? How would one
For no fucking reason. It's fucking crazy.
The tree is so large.
They're easy to find. The trunk has 3 landings within it, and the middle landing, the one with the shrine, will have passageways to...
No, only the chest. There's just too many of them. They're again, they're in the hundreds. Yeah, split them before you sell them. Like, split it into 2. Yeah. Skill core swords you could probably sell for 10 to 20k.
Can you believe it?
Hollowjack, I'm not sure. I don't think it's worth anything anymore. It's just too many years of Hollowjack coming out. Just too many years. What is it? Oh, no, they're not. No. You can actually delete them. You don't even have to sell them. And they won't let you sell it to a thing either. Alright, I went to all 3 major zones and I said, want to sell Grenville style page 1 million. Let's see what happens. Not really. Not particularly. However, if it doesn't sell this way, I'll just throw it into the fucking guild trader and let it make me money on its own. I don't have to fucking stand around and wait for anybody to argue with anybody about price, nothing.
That's what I was looking at.
How are the other solos doing?
Actually, the fucking RNSG got banned.
Oh no! How the fuck that happened?
I don't even know. Well, he didn't get banned. He got suspended or whatever.
Okay, well, what was it that happened? What did he say? What could it be?
I don't even know.
It had to do with him yelling, like, you know, saying something mean to somebody? Because you say the wrong thing, you can get banned for that shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what happened because when he got banned, he was actually helping somebody.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
Helping someone. Do you have any idea what it was they were doing? It must have been an exploit in the game.
Skyreach. Doing Skyreach Catacombs.
How you get banned for that?
I don't know.
You can't get you can't get suspended for that. Later on, get the details from the email they sent him about the suspension for me.
Yeah, he said that he doesn't even know the email. Do you want to know? That's don't know.
They're supposed to send you an email to the email that's attached to your PSN account, explaining it to you, and tell him that they might have made a mistake, and you have to respond to that email and say, "Hey, listen, you guys made a mistake. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just helping somebody level in Skyreach." And then they'll unsuspend him. Tell him he can actually tell them that they made a mistake. Their algorithm might have suspended him on accident. If he was in there with like leeching plate and he was AFK, not touching his character, and somebody who works for the company went to go talk to him, but he was being attacked and he doesn't respond, and his character doesn't move and he's just standing there and they can see you standing there, they might think you have like a rubber band on your controller. And you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, for real?
So if he was rubber banding his controller by holding down R2 and just collecting experience, that could get you banned. However, the enemies in Skyreach don't just respawn. You have to reset it. So that's not really one of the areas in the game that they could ban you for. I think he should just respond to the email and tell them that, hey, something happened. I shouldn't have been suspended. I was only doing Skyreach. Hey, Cash. RNSG got suspended for helping somebody in Skyreach.
What?
Yeah, I know. See? You're not supposed to happen. You got to respond to that email that you can reply to it. You just hit reply. And then tell them, you guys made a mistake. I was just leveling somebody in Skyreach. Don't tell him not to be mean to them, though. Just say that people do this all the time. There's nothing illegal about this. There's nothing wrong about leveling. Power leveling. Yeah. Unless he knows something we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, they were smoking joints in Skyrim. In Skyreach, you know what I'm saying? Some shit, yeah. How you doing, Cash? How's it work?
Good. Yeah, getting a lot accomplished.
Oh, that's for, like, all this to say you do...
Why were you on the opposite side anyway? Aren't you supposed to do that? Oh. Weird. It's alright. I've had somebody do something to me like that when I did nothing wrong and they were getting all upset at me. I almost fucking killed this woman though. I'm not even kidding. I'll fucking bust her window open with the fucking bat and just fucking knock her right in the fucking head with the bat. She'll die one hit. She's lucky I didn't do that. She was following me and we're all in traffic. And she's like beeping at me like I'm holding her up and I'm like, I'm the proper distance from the cars ahead of me. You know, and she just fucking the whole time. Like for miles. She just keeps doing it and fucking putting the finger up at me. It's really old lady, like fucking 80, 90 years old. I stopped on the highway, and I stopped, and she couldn't get, because it's a 2-lane highway, I just stopped and made her stop behind me, and she couldn't get around me because cars kept going, and I was going to get out of the car and bust the fucking window with the bat, but I didn't, and then when she finally tried to go around me, I was like, no, fuck that, you don't go ahead of me, and then I went ahead, and she made her stay behind me, and then eventually I decided to let her go, after she stopped fucking doing what she was doing for what I considered long enough that I would let her go ahead of me. But I wasn't going slow by no means. I'm one of the faster people on the road. There's just people in front of me. So I don't know what this person was expecting that I'm supposed to do, just crash into the cars in front of me? I don't understand. Like, they need to be beaten physically. There's no talking about this. They just have to be beaten. They need to be in the fucking hospital, bro. Maybe it's dementia. I don't know what it is. What can make somebody do that? It could be fucking dementia. But that's why...
Your husband just died. You never know.
I don't... Well, obviously I know why the fuck he died.
Oh.
I don't give a flying fuck. I'm fucking 20 feet from the car in front of me. You don't beep the horn at me like I'm holding you up. I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill your whole family. All the innocent ones in your family have nothing to do with it will die too. With you, motherfucker. That's why I can't leave the house, because that's my mentality. I'll just fucking kill everybody. If I was a comet, I would hit this planet and destroy you all. No offense. I know. That's in the game. In real life, I'm just a very angry, terrible person.
I erect this.
It's just the way it is. Cash, I got the Grundwolf page.
Nice.
On the sorc. Just doing a random daily. Fucking weird, right? So which one of the guilds is going to get the money? Sigic Order have been in the longest. They should get it. Alright, so nobody anywhere has it. There isn't one in Wayrest. There isn't one in Grotwood. There isn't one in Mournhold. None of them. So I'm going to put it up for 1.1 million, which is only an 11k listing fee. And that's what I'm selling it for. 1.1 million.
Okay.
Oh, I tried to sell it in Zone too. No response. But I did put up, want to sell 1 million. I did put it up. I know I could also say that in the Guild Trader thing, want to sell and say it in their chat, but when you think about it, they're not getting a cut if I do that. So it's kind of fucked up to go around the guild cut with such an extreme item. Like, I'll give you an example how much they're going to get from this. They're going to get 77,000 gold from this. And my profit for 1.1 million is 1,010,000. It's up for sale for 1.1 million. I hope it sells. Because that will give me all the money back I needed for my sorc. Alright, it's a mag sorc.
Oh no, I didn't. My fault.
It's a mag sorc, but in order to... If you don't use daggers, it actually is about 5,000 less DPS.
Oh, interesting.
Well, you also use Trap Beast, which makes you up close and personal. But using the Sigic Order ability with the daggers? God damn, dude. Because you can't just use it. I just put the staff on, because you can't use the Sigic Order ability from a distance. You can't light attack from a distance.
No, it's 20.
So the enemies would put AoE down, and I was finding myself not able to use my spammable. But the character's very weird. I'm actually not its biggest fan. It's a very it feels weird. It's a very strange character. It's just it's one of the weirdest characters I've ever played.
No, it's 20.
It's
20.
5 Serraria front bar, daggers or
so.
staff, perfected maelstrom fire, the kilt, 1 medium slime cross shoulder, and then the Bahami set, the balsamic vinaigrette set, where the lower your magic is, the higher the damage, up to 15%. I believe it caps out at 20. But when you do the dummy with this character, and to use Basami, the character literally hovers at like 10% health almost the whole fucking time you're doing the dummy. If you look at the video that I posted, you'll see. I have the video for all of the characters doing the 90Ks, like posted and put in the Discord and everything. You know, I don't claim the fame and not show proof like other people and their 106k DPS sorc friends. That's me making a jerking motion with my hand. Alright? Fucking motherfuckers be lying like a motherfucker. I copied builds, several builds. I had to switch between several things to try to make this happen. And I copied several that were doing 111k, 107k, 109k, 106k, and not one of them was hitting 90k. Not fucking one of them. And I watched how they did the rotation, and I watched it very carefully, and mine was not really that much off for it to be fucking 80-something thousand instead of 100-something thousand. It just wasn't that much off, so I call bullshit on all that shit. Here's what I think people are doing, though. Crystal Frag proc. I think you can get lucky with that. Like, so super fucking lucky that one of your DPS tests can be 20,000 higher than another just because those procced so many more times than on your other test.
Alright.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Yes, sir. But in that respect, I needed to have 71% crit with the daggers. As soon as I went down to 64% by using the staff, no matter how you looked at it, it was 5,000, 4,000 less DPS. There was no way to do 90k with the staff. It's impossible. And my, I have been able to do 90k on the Necro with the staff. So I'm not sure why people think this is one of the strongest characters in the game. And it's a very funky to play character too. Like, it's really weird, man. It just, without the Crystal Frag proccing constantly, you don't really have the burst. I mean, the Nightblade, by far, Magic Nightblade, way fucking stronger than this character. Way stronger. Even though they're both 90k, the Nightblade is like 180k and this one's like 30k. It's fucking suck ass. But if I keep playing the character and I get used to it, I will get better at it. I just don't want to keep testing on the dummy, so I need to get the 90k so I can just close that particular thing. You know what I mean? And I don't have to test anymore. I can just actually play now and have fun. I hate testing. I really don't like doing it. And my shoulder started hurting, Cash. Just like you. My right shoulder started really killing me from that. I was up at 6 in the morning this morning trying to pull it off. I had to go level up to Generation to level 4, and then I found out later my fucking elemental weapon's only level 1. I just did 90k with level 1 elemental weapon. So, I don't know if you know the significance of the increase and how much more damage it actually is, but level 1 and level 4 are absolutely extraneously different from each other in fucking damage. Alright, I have to hop on all my different characters real quick and pull the shards out of the mail. I don't want something going wrong and the game forgets that I got that. Even though it shouldn't, you know. And I bought an appearance change to make my character more thick.
Hey, worse.
Yeah.
Did you know that those Ruby Firefly gatherings are selling for
100k or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80k in
Okay, they're down to 80?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're expensive. I don't give them away or anything. I didn't get a lot, you know. JJ just gave one to somebody who we were in the dungeon with. You were there, right?
What? He gave me one.
Yeah, the other night we were with someone else, and he gave someone else the thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just gives them away.
I think it was Kurai, actually.
He gave me one yesterday. I'm like, you know I'm gonna sell this.
You can barely fucking see it. Barely.
I'm like, I don't want this shit.
That's my sorc, Cash. Oh, next, nice. The Sigic Order also allows you to access something that's similar to a chest that's just randomly all over the world in all zones in the game. So you get to, and those portals, you don't have to pick the lock or nothing. You just fucking take the shit out of it, and it has the same zone drops as the chest and stuff.
Sarah, a moment, if you please.
Oh yeah. So when do you get off work today, Cash? Or meetings and stuff? All that stuff.
Well, I have a meeting in half an hour, and then I'm off for an hour or so, and then I have a meeting. So I'm totally off work at around 6 your time.
Such a hard worker.
Hey, I'm gonna run this one more time for you, bro. Alright.
What are you running?
I'm running Skyrim.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. That'll get you banned.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You gotta find out why the hell he got suspended.
Yeah, I know.
And Skyreach is not even good, man. That's not as much experience as Alakir Desert.
It's not?
Just run the zombies in Alakir Desert. No, they nerfed it some years ago. maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. It got nerfed to shit. If you notice, the enemies are giving you like 100 experience, 150 experience per enemy, even though there's a lot at a time, and you can like kill them all at once. You can do like half, kill half the dungeon, do the other half, kill half the dungeon. If you go to Alakir Desert, I before was getting like 19k on one of the 3 pulls, like 14k on the other, and like 10k on the small one under the bridge. And there's a specific run that you're going to want to do, and you just tap the zombies on the outside, and they're all melee, and then you go around in a little circle tapping all of them, then they all come into you, then you kill them all, then you go to the next area. There's like a format to it that I can show you how to do it, and it's the best way to level in the game, you know?
Alright.
I gotta show that to RN as well. And then when you get used to it, you learn how to like dodge roll right at the right moment in the right direction where they don't fucking put the hinder on your feet, and you can actually gather them together, and none of them will chain back. There's a specific place that you'll stand to prevent them from chaining back and shit like that, you know. I could show you all that though. Yeah, and you also make money there. From what I understand, you could make about 10,000 every 10 to 20 minutes doing that. But you have to have your own vendor from the Crown Store. In order to do that, you have to keep selling the shit you pick up to the vendor and just taking a tiny break to do that. And they give you a lot of gold for that campaign loyalty. Be giving you 10,000 gold for that tier 1, Cash.
What?
With the 50 trans geode, they also give you 10k.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 100k, because I did it on all my characters.
Yeah. Nice.
So 100k a month and 500 trans shards a month to torture myself.
Yes. It is torture.
You're basically only there to feed other people AP. You're like fresh meat for the Guar, you know? Not necessarily. If you have the right character, you could be one of the ones that's killing everybody. But I strongly believe now that heavy armor is a must, and being resilient is a must. How much damage you do, it just simply doesn't matter. You'll always find some... Yeah.
Set up more tanks.
Yeah.
Get my necro tank back.
What was that called? A nank?
Necrank.
A nank.
Necrank.
I'll hop on my nank. My crank nanker. Oh no! Fucking champion point, fucking crash I just got. Fuck. It only happens every like 10 times now, if I mess around with champion points. But every time I hop on a different character, I gotta put more champion points in, because I don't like seeing the thing tell me I have champion points to put in. Alright, you can back out of the game now, stop being a butthead. It makes me close the app, and then it does like a really long, excruciating version of closing this